You're watching Throttle House. I'm Thomas.
And I'm James.
And we're at the Throttle House test track for a drag race.
Look at that.
Thanks to its snazzy interior and all-wheel driveness, Mazda would have you think that their performance-upgraded Mazda 3 can only be thought of as an Audi A3 or Mercedes A-Class competitor. But to ignore the Golf R and WRX would be folly. In fact, the owner of today's DSG Golf R was looking at only the Mazda 3 Turbo and the Golf before making his decision. And yet he made it before even driving the new Mazda 3 Turbo. So did he make a mistake? It's time to find out. If you're new to Throttle House, we do car reviews, track tests, and quite a lot of messing around. So subscribe and hit the bell.
The Mazda 3 Turbo all-wheel drive. Battle of the Turbo all-wheel drives. But this is boasting some pretty serious figures. 320 pound-feet of torque and 250 horsepower when on what we call in North America high-octane fuel, which is 93. And this has that, so it should be in with a good chance. And we know that the Golf R is the benchmark. It is pretty monstrous. It has launch control, although Karston has graciously agreed not to use it because I don't have it. But it's the benchmark. And yes, it's probably better suited against the WRX STI, and the Golf comes in manual, and so does the WRX and WRX STI. This does not come in manual in turbo form. But this race is from the perspective of the new Mazda 3 all-wheel drive turbo. Here we go.
Okay, the WRX, 268 horsepower, 258 pound-feet of torque, a tried, tested, and true method of going forward on four wheels. This is an automatic version of the car. You can get it in a manual, but this one has the CVT, so unfortunately it's not as snappy off the line as it could be. James is in the Mazda 3. It's got a turbocharger now, that's a big deal. And it has a hilariously high torque number, which I have yet to believe because I've driven it, and it's not as pokey as you think that it should be. And this car is pretty consistent at doing what it does. Let's see what happens.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, here we go. Come on, come on, come on.
And go. Go on, Mazda. Oh, that's a good launch.
Come on.
Oh, I took the launch.
Oh, the Mazda 3 got a great launch.
Oh, that Golf R's coming up beside me. And so is the WRX.
Come on. Oh my God.
No.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
No. Oh my God.
Oh! Why do I have more top end? Oh.
Okay, so it's possible with just another 20 feet, you would have taken me.
Yeah, but that's a measured quarter mile, right?
Yeah.
Interesting. The Golf R, though, really depends on the launch control, obviously.
It does, because this took off better.
Than all of us.
Yeah, I have an Audi S4, it's the same thing. It really depends on it.
It really depends on launch control.
Question for you, though.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, I'm interested to see what the roll race does now, because I'm scared.
That was almost a photo finish. I have to say, that was really close.
Really close.
You have more horsepower.
I have slightly less horsepower.
Less horsepower, but more torque.
But a ridiculous amount of torque.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
What's going on?
What's happening? This makes no
Where's
sense.
the 320 pound-feet? Actually, I take it back. I had a great launch.
You had a great launch. There was the torque.
And I lost it in the top end. Maybe
damn it, it
all
makes
those
sense.
Numbers make sense.
We're looking for conspiracy where there isn't conspiracy.
Why is everything mathematically it makes sense?
Stupid science. All right, rolling race.
Yeah. Okay. And go.
Come on, horsepower.
Oh, the Golf R's taking me.
Why is the Mazda 3 now faster in a straight line?
And I'm taking the WRX. And that's it. I don't think that CVT is being very friendly to Thomas right now. How much do you love CVTs, Thomas?
I don't know what this car is doing. That made no sense.
What did it do?
I don't know. Everything was perfect as far as I could tell.
Yeah.
But it only decided to use 3/4 of its horsepower because you walked away from me.
I did. And the Golf R walked me. I really thought the WRX was going to come through there.
That was perfect. Everything was perfect in here. Perfect.
I think that's 6-speed versus the CVT.
I'll tell you what, you and I will do another race just kind of off camera, and in case it's wrong. If you guys happen to see another race coming right after this, it's because that one was not correct. But if you don't, then that's what keeps happening. There you go.
And alas, that is what kept happening. As we saw in the race with the GLI, the Accord and the EcoBoost Mustang, the CVT in the WRX is punishing on a roll race, and that continues to be true here. But as a result, the new Mazda 3 Turbo can now not only embarrass a WRX on a highway pull and just squeeze a win from a dig, but it gets off the line even quicker than a Golf R that you managed to persuade to not use the launch control. And the merits don't end there, so in order to explore this little turbo hatch further, I took it for a quick jaunt around our track.
Okay, glad to see that the Mazda 3 did not go down without a fight. In fact, it showed that WRX who was boss, so it's not that slow. In fact, that was one of our main complaints with the first iteration of the new gen all-wheel drive Mazda 3 with the 180 something horsepower. We got a lot of flack for saying it was slow, but it really was quite slow. This is much more usable power, much better, much more modern style of power. They've also done some other cool stuff to make up for the extra weight with the engine. They realized that with the added weight, there was too much flex in the steering arm, so they've strengthened the steering arm. And fortunately, they realized it was such a good idea that even the normal Mazda 3 gets that upgrade, so that's good. They've also increased the spring rate in the front by about 15%, and the rear differential is now stronger. The all-wheel drive system hasn't changed, but they've strengthened the rear diff so that it can fit, if you wanted to, 3 times more torque. They haven't put 3 times more torque in it. But anyway, those are all numbers. Does it work? Yes, as a complete package for 35 grand, an all-wheel drive car, it's pretty good. This is on Michelin X Ices right now, a fantastic snow tyre on a 15-degree lovely day. Why have they done that? Well, I guess they're just expecting Canada to snow any minute. So it's not the best for handling, it's punishing it a lot. But the steering feels a lot better. We felt that there was kind of like a flex, some give in the steering on the other one, and that's not there anymore, so I like that. Is the sound good? It's 4-cylinder. How good are you going to make it sound? But it's got some speed. It's got some speed. Is it a hot hatch? No. Does it compete with an A3 and an A-Class for interior? Absolutely. Our original gripe was the speed. We did have some other gripes. Slightly claustrophobic in the back on the hatchback, heads knocking the side, and the rear visibility is not perfect. So in that sense, it doesn't quite match. And it doesn't, even though it's very clean and they've reduced the noise and it's got the Kodo design language on the outside, the A-Class has more tech. So is this a threat to the A3 and the A-Class? Sure, it's not a massive cost saving. If you look at the sedan, it suddenly starts to become a big cost saving, and I think I'd get the sedan of this, because then you haven't got those compromises. The all-wheel drive turbo Mazda 3 sedan is a really nice all-wheel drive sedan, and now we know it's faster than the normal WRX. So that's a really, really nice option. But if you've got the extra money, the only thing that Golf R is missing is tech, and the Mark 8 Golf R is going to be here next year. Until then, in the mid $30,000 Canadian level, the all-wheel drive turbo sedan Mazda 3 reigns supreme as the awesome interior compact sedan.
So, all in all, the Mazda 3 all-wheel drive turbo is a great little car, and we are very happy that it's around. Thanks for watching.